In this video, we are going to look into calculating probability using Venn diagrams. Now we are going to use Venn diagrams to solve probability problems. This Venn diagram shows the result of a survey in which people were asked whether they watch program A or program B. We are going to study the diagram and read the information to see how to determine the probabilities from a Venn diagram. This is universal set. In probability, this is the sample space, or we also call it as a possible outcomes. In this example, the sample space will be 40. You add on with the 30, you add on with the 20, and add on with the 10, and altogether, the sample space will be 100 people. We can write the number of elements in set A in this form, and we can write the probability of set A in this form. It means that the probability of an element in set A. You can write the number of elements in set A as a fraction of this sample space. The number of elements in set A, it will be 40. You add on with the 30, you get 70. 40 and this 30. And if you want to write down this in probability form, probability of set A, the sample space 70 over the total number of sample space 100, and you can simplify it 7 out of 10. A intersection B is the intersection of set A and B, the element shared by A and B. The probability of two events happening can be written as P, A and B. And this is the same as P, A intersection with B. The probability that the element in both set A and set B. The word and is a clue that the probability is found in the intersection of the sets. For you to get number of element of set A intersection with set B, it's 30. And if you want to write down in the probability form, it will be 30 out of the total sample space, which is 100, and you can simplify is 3 out of 10. Let's look into union. A union B is the element of both sets with none repeated. The probability of either event A happening or event B happening can be written as P, A or B. This is same as P, A union B. A or B, or also known as A union B. The probability that an element is found either in set A or in set B. The word or is a clue that the probability is found in the union of the set. So, number of set A union B will be taking the entire A and also B. So, 40 you add on with this 30 and add on with the 20 and you get 90. If you want to write down this to the probability of A union B, it will be 90 out of 100. If you simplify, it will be 9 out of 10. We are going to look into one work example on Venn diagram. In this question, in a survey, 25 people were asked to say if they liked fruit and if they like vegetables. 15 people say that they like vegetables and 18 people say that they like fruit. Assuming that everyone surveyed like fruit or vegetables or both, so we are required to draw a Venn diagram and we have to work out the probability that a person chosen at random from this group will like both fruit and vegetables. So the first step, we are going to define the sets and writing the information in set language. We are going to use letters to make it quicker and easier to refer to the sets. Universal set here represent the number of people who survey, and it is 25. And we can define F as the people who like fruit, and the total it's given, which is 18 people. And we can represent V as the people who like vegetables, and the total as given as 15. So for you to calculate the number of people who like fruit and the number of people who like vegetables is 18, you add on with the 15, the total is 33. But the total number of people with surveyed, it's only 25. So in order for you to calculate who the people who like both fruit and vegetables, you have to take 33, you deduct with the 25 with the people who surveyed, and you have the answer 8, which represent the number of people who like fruit and vegetables. Since we have already defined the set, now we are going to draw this in the Venn diagram. This Venn diagram, you should have a circle that represent fruit and a circle that represent vegetables. And we are going to fill in the intersection part first, which is A. And number of people who like fruit will be 18. So for you to get this, 18 you minus with the 8, you get 10. And number of people who like vegetables, it will be 50. You minus with the 18, you get 7. For you to write down the answer in probability form, where the person who like both, the numerator will be number of people who like both, denominator will be number of people who surveyed. So the probability who likes both, it will be 8 over 25. This is the total people who surveyed. The Venn diagram shows the possible outcomes when a six-sided dice is rolled. Set A represent prime numbers and set B represent odd numbers. Use the diagram to find the probability that a number is either odd or prime. So the events are not mutually exclusive, so you need to consider the intersection of the two sets and subtract it so that you don't repeat any events. So P intersection with A or B, you will be looking into the probability of A, you add on with the probability of B, and you subtract this with the intersection between A and B. So we are going to calculate the probability of A. So the probability of A, it will be, we have 3 elements, so 3 out of the total, it will be 6. And probability of B will be, we also have 3 out of 6. And if you want to calculate your probability of A and B, we have 2 elements, so it will be 2 out of 6. So going back into this formula, we are going to substitute the probability into this form. So for you to calculate the probability between A or B, so the probability of A will be 3 over 6. You add on with the probability of B, which is 3 over 6. You subtract with the probability between A and B, which is 2 out of 6. And you will get the answer 2 out of 3. Now we can conclude that the probability of A union B is equal to 2 out of 3.